We have 15 reasons why New Zealand is the best country in the world. Look, man, this is my first time actually checking out anything on New Zealand, man. Of course, I've heard of New Zealand, but this is my first time checking out New Zealand. So we're about to go ahead and check this out together. Link to this vid will be in the description. Let's get right into it, guys.
Personally, don't think I've ever heard a bad word spoken about New Zealand. Sometimes regarded as being one of the most beautiful countries in the world, this isolated nation is a very desirable place to visit, live and retire. I was lucky enough to travel there in 2020, but then something called COVID-19 decided to pop up and ruin all of my plans. So in this video, we've got 15 reasons why we think New Zealand is the best country in the world. Because my name is Sam, and you're watching the Geography Bible. Alright, so let's kick off this video with number 15. Its natural beauty. New Zealand is undoubtedly one of the most beautiful, picturesque countries in the world. From Mount Cook to Milford Sound to Hobbiton, New Zealand is a very mountainous, rugged country. So it offers some of the most stunning...
Hold on, fam. Is this what New Zealand looking like for real?
Picturesque views you will see on Earth. With it being a relatively narrow island, you are also never too far away from the ocean. Number 14. Its climate. New Zealand has a largely temperate climate. While the far north has subtropical weather during summer, inland alpine areas of the South Island can be as cold as -10 degrees Celsius in winter. Most of the country lies close to the coast, which means mild temperatures, moderate rainfall, and abundant sunshine. Pretty much the perfect climate. Not too hot, but not too cold. Apart from earthquakes and the odd cyclone, New Zealand does not experience much life-threatening extreme weather. Number 13. Its low population and density. At just 5.1 million, New Zealand is a very small country. What's more, around a third of New Zealand lives in its biggest city, Auckland. To put this in perspective,
I've heard of Auckland. I've heard of Auckland, New Zealand. I've never seen it. This is my first time actually seeing what Auckland looks like, but it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful, bro.
About 75 cities in the world that are more populated than the entirety of New Zealand. New Zealand has a population density of around 18 people per kilometre squared, making it one of the least densely populated countries in the world. This low population and density means less congestion, less traffic, and a general chilled vibe. Which of course isn't everyone's cup of tea, as some people do prefer the hustle and bustle.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, this sound like my style of place though. I like chilled, I like relax. I like that. This might be my type of place, bro.
Its history and culture. Even though New Zealand is a relatively new country in terms of the year that it was discovered, it is packed full of history. New Zealanders take huge pride in their culture, and the Maori people, along with their traditions, are well respected.
Okay. The All Blacks, right? This is where the All Blacks, the rugby team, is from. So this is the culture. This is the stuff they be doing right here before the games. I've seen them do that, bro. It's very lit.
And the Maori people, along with...
It reminds me of, I don't know, college. I don't know if they do it in college basketball in the States, but college football, Hawaiians, they do the similar thing.
Their traditions are well respected. Maori were the first to arrive in New Zealand, journeying in canoes from Hawaii about 1,000 years ago. A Dutchman, Abel Tasman, was the first European to sight the country, but it was the British who made New Zealand part of their empire. You'll find amazing Maori historic sites across New Zealand, as well as beautiful colonial era buildings dotted throughout the country. Number 11. Hobbiton and Lord of the Rings. Regardless if you are a Lord of the Rings fan or not, the Hobbit set and the surrounding rolling hills are absolutely stunning. It was one of my childhood dreams to visit Hobbiton, and finally in 2020 I got to visit, and I wasn't disappointed. It was the most beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky in 20 degrees Celsius weather. The movie set is New Zealand's third largest tourist attraction, attracting approximately 17% of international visitors, and estimated to bring in around $78 million to the area annually.
Nah, fam, I'm definitely adding New Zealand to my travel list, bruh. It's just like every scene looks so beautiful, bro. And I didn't even know about freaking Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. The house is here?
Largest tourist attraction, attracting approximately 17% of international visitors, and estimated to bring in around $78 million to the area annually. Take this with a pinch of salt, but I was told during my tour that the director of Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson, receives 50% of all of the revenue, meaning he earns a cool $39 million or so.
From the tourist site? Ah, he's eating. He's eating, bro. He's worth $1 billion. And he get 39 mil.
So every year.
Every
Number 10,
year.
It's isolation. New Zealand's isolation from the rest of the world does have economic drawbacks. For example, when I was there, I noticed the price of some groceries is astronomical compared to what it is in the UK and Europe. Quite simply, if New Zealand does not grow a certain...
Wait a minute. New Zealand is expensive, y'all. What the? Okay, water, at least water is cheaper. It actually costs less. But bro, I'm paying 20 over 20 more percent for chicken. Oh my gosh. Cigarettes. I'm not a cigarette smoker, but hey, don't go to New Zealand if you smoke cigarettes. You paying 50% more for cigarette, 177% on lettuce. I don't really care too much about lettuce, but why is the prices like this? 70 eggs. Okay, that's like US though. I feel like that's probably similar. Eggs in the US is very expensive, but 71% markup on eggs from the British pound. Bruh.
Produce, it may have to import it from a place that is tens of thousands of kilometers away. Its isolation, however, does...
Hold on.
Quite simply, if New Zealand does not grow a certain produce, it may have to import it from a place that is tens of thousands of kilometers away. Its isolation...
But why they gotta import, bruh, eggs? New Zealand, y'all ain't got no chickens, fam? Why is eggs cost so much? And milk, y'all ain't got cows? What you mean y'all gotta import milk and eggs? And chicken?
Certain produce, it may have to import it from a place that is tens of thousands of kilometers away. Its isolation, however, does work in its favour politically. Apart from Australia, who is like its older big brother, New Zealand doesn't really have any neighbours. And any neighbours it does
They just
have,
chilling
like
over
Fiji,
there, bruh.
are not world superpowers. Compare this to the likes of India, who have the nuclear superpowers of Russia, China, and Pakistan on their doorstep. Number 9. Its beaches. When you think of New Zealand, you usually think of huge, picturesque mountain ranges and rolling green hills. But what most people don't realise is that New Zealand has some of the world's most pristine and beautiful beaches.
Wow.
New Zealand is actually home to 90 Mile Beach. However, the name is actually completely wrong. It's actually only 55 miles. Still, an incredible distance. With New Zealand being such a small country population-wise, you'll often find completely deserted beaches that you can have all to yourself. Number 8. Most livable cities. In 2021, 2 of the top 10 most livable cities on Earth were in New Zealand. Wellington, which came in 4th place, and Auckland, which ranked as the most livable city.
Australia and New Zealand is up here, top 10. I gotta check out more Australia, bruh. I don't think I've checked out Australia on the channel, for real. I need to check out more Australia. But New Zealand, number 1, Auckland. And Auckland look beautiful, y'all. I gotta add New Zealand to my travel list, bro.
On Earth. To be a country of this size and feature 2 of your cities in the top 10 is an almighty achievement. Being a livable city pretty much means that it is a nice place to live. Low crime, clean environment, and job opportunities are usually the main factors to contribute to a livable city. It must be noted, however, that when the 2021 rankings were released, New Zealand at the time was one of the only countries to pretty much stomp out COVID-19, meaning its citizens lived a mostly lockdown-free life. Now, of course, since then, things have changed. Number 7. Local.
Bro, I swear New Zealand just sounds like the most chilled place, bro, and I like it. I like it, fam.
Corruption. New Zealand is one of the least corrupt nations on Earth. In fact, it usually battles Denmark and other Nordic countries for the top rankings in the world. In 2021, New Zealand ranked as the equal least corrupt country in the world, alongside Finland and Denmark. As mentioned earlier, New Zealand doesn't really have any enemies, and because it isn't a nuclear power, has a relatively small economy and population, it rarely finds itself getting involved with foreign affairs. Number 6.
Bro, New Zealand sounds like that one weed smoker friend. You know what I'm saying? That one is just chilled, relaxed. He ain't got no beef with nobody. He ain't messing. He's just chilling, bruh. That's what New Zealand sounds
Small
like.
country that offers everything. Although New Zealand is rather remote and small, it offers a wide variety of activities that its residents and tourists love. From gorgeous beaches and surfing to skiing, whale watching, mountain climbing and wine tasting. As mentioned earlier, this country offers a range of different climates and landscapes, so you don't actually ever have to leave the country, as most things are already on your doorstep. Number 5. Queenstown. Often described as the adventure capital of the world, not only does it offer activities for thrill seekers such as skiing, bungee jumping and skydiving, it is also one of the coolest and most beautiful looking cities.
Hey, that's one thing I'm scared to death to do, y'all. That's one thing I'm scared to death to do. Bungee jumping or what is it? Skydiving, bro. Those two things, bro. I'm scared to death of heights. I couldn't imagine just jumping out of a plane, fam. Anything, bro. And it could be my day, bro. Anything can happen. Bungee jumping, no, sir. Y'all not seeing me jump off a bridge. I'm sorry.
For thrill seekers such as skiing, bungee jumping and skydiving, it is also one of the coolest and most beautiful looking cities in the world. Queenstown sits on the shore of Lake
Queenstown.
Wakatipu,
Oh my
among
gosh.
dramatic alpine ranges. A popular holiday and backpacking spot for any time of the year. Queenstown is renowned for its 4 distinctive seasons. Winter brings crisp blue sky days with snow perfect for skiing. Spring
every season looks perfect though. Cause I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, okay, summer look good. But then I see autumn. I'm like, okay, autumn look pretty. But then spring looking, but then the winter time, bro, like each season look very, very nice, bro. June to August is y'all's winter. Temperatures between 4 degrees Celsius and 8 degrees Celsius. Autumn is between March and May. December to February is y'all's summer. So it's opposite of where I'm from. United is opposite of me. Summer is opposite. Spring, everything is just flipped. Everything is just flipped. Okay.
Rains the snow but blooms into longer, warmer days. Summer offers sunshine and long twilights, and autumn a burst of brilliant red, orange and gold. Number 4. Its social purpose. New Zealand ranks 3rd in the world when it comes to social purpose. Now, what exactly is social purpose? Well, it's the country's attitude and actions towards a variety of social attributes, such as animal rights, human rights, the environment, commitments to climate change, gender and racial equality, and many more. For this reason, New Zealand is a very progressive, healthy place to live. Now, of course, this doesn't mean it's perfect, but ranking 3rd in the world means it is one of the best countries in the world.
Bro, hold on, fam. I need to know the bad things about New Zealand, bro. Like, what is bad about New Zealand? Besides the prices, bro. Because the prices, the markup on them, percentage of that stuff is crazy. But other than that, bro, like, it just seems like the perfect place, bro. Y'all got all the seasons, all the landscaping. Y'all top 5, top 10 in everything. One of the best cities. Best social, whatever. Like, what's the bad stuff?
Purpose performance. Number 3. It's road trips. New Zealand is a country built for epic road trips. I can personally vouch for this, as I did a road trip through the country in 2020. Unfortunately, a global pandemic decided to pop up, which ended up ruining most of my plans. Low amounts of traffic outside the major cities, alongside some of the most breathtaking views you will ever see, results in an absolutely stunning road trip adventure. Being an isolated country with low population means there is less light pollution too, so the night sky makes things even more epic. To drive from the North Island to the South Island, you must take a 3-hour ferry from the capital Wellington across to Picton, which is a little pricey, but admittedly it is extremely fun. You can sip on a glass of wine as you
Hold on. What did I say? Is that passenger plus car?
3-hour ferry from the capital Wellington across to Picton, which is a
Wellington to Picton ferry, passenger plus car is 100. That's not too bad for real, for real. But what if you ain't got no car though? Like, how much is it? I wonder how much it is just per person. Because you mean to tell me I can ride with my car for just 175 or to 255? That ain't bad, bro. For real, for real. For a 3-hour boat ride. And I'm sure, look at the boat. I'm sure it's probably comfortable. They probably give you like a little room or something. That don't sound too bad, bro. But it's a ferry. I don't know.
little pricey, but admittedly, it is extremely fun. You can sip on a glass of wine as you float past the incredible fjords. Number 2. Its chilled, laid-back vibe. Its isolation, low levels of corruption and crime, low population and density, alongside a society that is friendly, open-minded and welcoming, means that New Zealand is an extremely safe, chilled place to live, work and study. If you're looking for a busy city or country with a booming economy and that hustle and bustle vibe, then New Zealand probably isn't your best bet. You might be better off living in a big city in Australia. And finally, number 1, the best country to survive a global collapse. New Zealand is often voted as being one of, if not the best country in the world to survive a global collapse in society.
What?
Its rapid response to the pandemic and ability...
I swear y'all top 10 and everything. You mean to tell me if the world ends, New Zealand is the place to be? On Doomsday, New Zealand is the place to be, dog. How are y'all top 10? Like, bro, what? I never thought about, I don't know. I don't know what made me want to check out New Zealand today, but I'm happy I did, bro. Because what? I'm definitely adding New Zealand to my travel list, bro. I did not know New Zealand was like this. I didn't know it looked like this, for one. But it seems so relaxed, so peaceful.
To completely seal itself off from the rest of the world, has reassured its citizens that if a society was to collapse, let's say an even deadlier pandemic or a nuclear holocaust, then New Zealand would be a safe place to be. Again, with its isolation and political stability, there are very few countries that pose a threat to New Zealand. If a nuclear war was to break out, there is a very slim chance that New Zealand would be targeted. Its mountainous, rugged terrain...
Because who's targeting New Zealand? Like, New Zealand ain't messing with nobody. So, like, it makes sense. Like, who's gonna shoot missiles at New Zealand, bruh? Like, they just cooling. I'm telling you, they that one friend, that smoker friend, that just chilling, ain't bothering nobody.
Alongside being an island, would also pretty much make a land invasion impossible to win. Now, of course, New Zealand isn't perfect. It does have many issues of its own.
Like what?
For one, the country is tucked away in the corner of the world. It's a country that does require some planning to visit, and flights aren't cheap there. Round trips from the US or Europe are almost always over $1,000, and the journey takes over 23 hours. And even when you arrive, the country
23 hours. Oh my God.
Itself is far from being budget friendly. It is one of the most expensive countries in the world.
Yeah, we seen that. I seen that with them prices earlier. I'm telling you that the markup and percentages, like, bro, y'all ain't got no farms, y'all ain't got no cows. Why is stuff so expensive?
To travel and live in. So what are your thoughts on New Zealand? Would you live there? Let us know in the comments. As always, thank you for watching.
I don't know if I would live there, but I would definitely love to visit and check it out. It looks too beautiful, too peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Not to, but I would definitely visit it and check it out. Living there, I'm not sure. Look, man, let me know y'all thoughts. Bro, I hope you guys enjoy my reaction commentary to this one. Shout out New Zealand, bro. Like I said, I never thought about New Zealand, like, visiting, but it's definitely adding to my, I'm adding it to my visitor list for sure. But hope you guys enjoy my reaction commentary to this one. Smash that like, sub to the channel if you're new. Stay tuned for y'all.